Good evening, ladies. I am a little bit early, but I wanted to get the training started. And just as you hop in, let me know you're here. I'm going to jump right in because I don't know when you all are popping in. I wrote down the 3 questions that you ladies put in for coaching that you needed. Excuse my mess. I just got out of the gym. Okay, so the 3 things that you guys were asking about was being unapologetically you, authentic relationships, and authentic voice. So honestly, all 3 of these things go together, because if you have your authentic voice, being unapologetically you is easy. It just flows really easy. Hey, Megan. Authentic relationships, that flows as you grow your tribe, as you continue to speak to the person that you're speaking to, the person that is waiting for you. So first, let's talk about what authentic means. Authentic literally just means genuine. So don't overthink authenticity. It's really seriously just being genuinely you. And if you're not sure, who you are, that's, we can dive deeper into that and what that means. But you got to be afraid, not afraid of people judging you, not liking you. You can lose possible followers and clients. That just happens because when you find your voice, when you figure out your authentic voice and you actually start speaking it, saying what you feel, you stop creating what you think will be accepted and you start creating from here. So hopefully that makes sense as far as how that goes. I want you guys to think about unapologetically you. Seriously, all that means is what do you stand for? What are you about? What do you represent? And you put that out there and you're not sorry about it. So how do you start finding that? I firmly believe being unapologetically you, first you need to find your voice. You need to find your self-confidence and your self-trust to know that the story that you have, what you're saying, how you're saying it is enough, and you don't need to do anything else. So your story isn't going to look like someone else's, and that's what's so important about your story. So I feel like if you've ever done this, polarity is a good thing. Yeah. If you have said something that was like, you made a post and you were like, oh my God, that felt so good to say, that's like a relief. It like releases the pressure off of you, and you're not required to be perfect. People don't want perfect. People don't even know what perfect is, and they don't expect perfect. They expect you. So if you are trying to tailor every post and every word and everything to sound right, exactly right, and you change it 50 times before you post it, that's not being authentic. Because when I'm speaking to you, if I mess up a word or I say something wrong, that's normal. You want to think about having a conversation with a girlfriend sitting across from you and knowing that everything that you say to her is going to be 100% okay, and you guys are going to talk about it, and it's going to feel good. It's going to feel in line with who you are and how you interact with your friends. So you have to remember that authentic relationships only come when you're able to be vulnerable with people. I can tell you that being vulnerable is very hard. I know people say, oh, just be vulnerable. It's so easy. Share your story. And I have been a person who struggled with that. Not because I don't think that my story is not good enough or because I'm worried what people are going to think. I just am a person who didn't like to share a lot. But as you get further along and I start speaking my voice, I don't want to sound like this bitchy, aggressive, uppity, no connection person, because that's how it can come off. It can come off as I'm speaking at you instead of I'm speaking with you. I'm talking with you. We are, helping each other. If you aren't vulnerable, that's what happens. Vulnerability into, authentic relationships really does mean that. And Megan's on right now. Her and I were in a group a long time ago, a program that we had, and had built over time an authentic relationship. And that's how it happens. You're not going to build an authentic relationship with somebody overnight. And you have to care. You have to care about what people are saying, about how they're feeling, and ask deeper questions. Because sometimes people post and they say things and there's something deeper going on there. Send them a message. Care about what's going on in their life. It doesn't always have to be, I mean, every single time I open up Facebook and I see my messenger thing go off, I'm like, oh my God, you know, what is in there? It's going to be somebody trying to sell something to me who just friend requested me, who doesn't understand that I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to buy from them because I have zero relationship with them. And that was their initial way to go. And so I feel like people, you know, have to understand only come when you actually are trying to build a relationship. That's all that authentic is. You're right. Genuinely caring about another person. And you cannot fake it on Facebook or on social media and try to expect to build that know, like, and trust. Because imagine that person sitting in a room with you, in a room full of women, and you meet a person and you can just see how disingenuine they are and how that comes off. And you're not going to continue to build a relationship with them. You're not going to continue to be friends with them. So authentic relationships, I'm the person who asked that question. Seriously, 100%, just sit down and think, what type of a friend do you want? What type of a sister do you want? What type of a tribe do you want? What type of a woman do you want in your corner to rise up with you? What would you want from her? And that is what you need to give to every single person that you are trying to build a relationship with. That's all you need to do. Don't overthink it. Don't try to be anything other than you are. And that is all that you have to do as far as building your authentic relationship. Okay? So the unapologetically you and the authentic voice, those were the other two questions. Seriously, your authentic voice, I know for me, it was definitely hard to find. You feel like you're speaking about things that are important to you. You feel like you're trying to attract your tribe and you're trying to be real and you're telling it, you know, real like it is. But deep down, if you really don't know the direction you're going in, if you don't know, I can't find my book. If you don't know who you're speaking to, if you don't know how important the pieces of your journey are, and that's the parts that you're trying to authentically teach or coach or get somebody on your team or to sell a product to, if you don't understand, or if you don't think about all of the things that happen to you when you're speaking to them, it's not going to resonate. And it really does start with you figuring out who you are, what direction you're going, and then your voice comes naturally. It just comes out, and there is no trying. You don't have to try to have an authentic voice because you are speaking from the heart. You're speaking their language. You are telling them, I've been where you were, and I'm here now, and I want to help you to get from here to here. I've been there. I understand your struggles. I understand the pain. I understand the frustrations. I understand. People just genuinely want and need somebody to truly listen to them. In this day and age, you'd be surprised with as many coaches as there are out there, for somebody to actually really hold space for somebody, hold a real container of space to really truly allow somebody to speak and to listen to them and to actually allow them to, you know, really feel like they're being heard. Not everybody knows how to do it. Not everybody does it well. And there are too many people that are trying to, you know, conveyor belt coach, and they're missing that part of it. So, you know, you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to be, you know, really sit down and think about, you know, you know how I am with the foundational stuff, your self-worth, your self-confidence, you know, what's your mission? What's your impact? Where are you going? Because I'm going to tell you, your authentic voice comes when you get that part down. When you're trying to force an authentic voice, I mean, that doesn't even work. authentic means genuine, so that doesn't work. And then again, once you find your voice, being unapologetically you is very easy, because you're like, this is it. This is who I am. This is what I'm saying. This is where I'm going. You can either come along on this journey with me, or you can get off the train. I'm not offended. This isn't about, it doesn't say anything about me if you want to get off that train. It doesn't. It just means that you weren't meant to be on this train with me. You weren't meant to be on this journey with me, and that's okay. That's it. It means nothing about you. And that's the problem. I think people fall into that trap, is that it doesn't mean anything about you if they're not willing to stay on that train with you. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Megan, I'm going to read your comment. It's very easy to get caught up in needing to sell your products or services and lose focus on the actual people. Yeah, you have to spend time on you. I mean, that is the one thing that I would tell you if I could go back in my journey. If somebody could tell me the one thing that I should have done before I did all of the other things, that would have been it. The mindset, the foundational piece has to come first. Has to come first. Disengage sales tactics and social media for a few days to refocus your heart. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually going to do a webinar on the 25th. It won't be in this group. It's actually going to be a Zoom. It's not even going to be a webinar. I don't even like that word. It's going to be a Zoom group coaching call. It's going to be 60 minutes. It'll be free. And I'm going to actually go over 10 ways that you are actually going to, gain your first client by not selling at all, because you don't actually have to sell. I mean, that's the part that people forget. And I think that with network marketing too, a lot of people that are just jumping on new, that don't really have good leaders, they're losing their voice. They're losing who they are. They don't even know who they are. They haven't found what they are, and their whys aren't big enough. I've heard them say that. So they lose all of that. And then they're never really able to find what their authentic voice is. They don't know what their voice is. They don't know what they're meant to do. So again, getting back to the vulnerability, you need to be honest. You need to tell everybody everything, all of the things that you're going through, all of the struggles. Those are the important things. You tell them everything. You bring it out. I mean, we are all human. We all have our struggles, and people need to understand that. You doing that makes it bigger. You make it bigger, bolder, and it's total acceptance of who you are, and knowing that it's okay. And the person that you are trying to attract, the women that you're trying to bring into your tribe and into your group, they will understand and they will follow you when they know that you are being real. I mean, to come on and have people have a soapbox every day and tell everybody everything's so perfect in their life or in their business journey is bullshit. And everybody knows it's bullshit. So being authentic means being genuine on all levels. When you're struggling, let people know you're struggling. It just is. When I don't like the post where people like, I'm trying to reach this goal and I need this many. I got this message in my inbox today. I'm trying to reach a goal. I'm only X amount of dollars back. Can you buy something from me? I'm like, we are at the point now. When I started network marketing 4 years ago, people were doing that. We should be well beyond that. I want to take those women under my wing, and I want to just say to them, there is so many other ways that you can do this. And I'm sorry that you haven't been taught the right way. I need to teach you the right way. So being genuine, being authentic, same thing. My thing to you guys is that if you don't know what your authentic voice is, that's the thing we need to work on. And that is the thing that you cannot say, teach me how to have an authentic voice. So when you guys wanted coaching on authentic voice, hey, Karen, Victoria, I can't come in and give you strategies on finding your authentic voice. We need to sit down and we need to have a conversation about bigger things, about your impact and about what you want to do and about where you want to go, and follow through with those deep questions and finding those deep answers. And when we get to that point, your voice comes naturally. Victoria, she's going to be the perfect person on here that just hopped on to tell you her voice, her authentic voice. She didn't find her authentic voice by me telling her how to do that. She actually found her authentic voice by doing the inner work and working on herself and the foundation, and her authentic voice came out. And that's it. It was like, that's how it happens. So you just have to, you know, there are worse things that could happen that, you know, if people knew things about you. Like what could possibly be the worst thing that could happen if somebody knew something about you? Are they going to judge you? Are they going to not follow you anymore? Are they going to, you know, like Byron Katie says, you know, that's not your business. It's not your business. Move along. It's okay. And that's it. So you actually, you know, and it's funny, I can't remember who said this to me, but can you actually have to find peace in people thinking your work sucks? Sit with that for a minute. Can you find peace with people thinking that your work sucks? When I was asked that question, I was like, ooh, that digs deep in there. That's like, how does that feel in my body? I don't like people thinking that my work sucks. But you know what? People are going to think my work sucks. And that's okay. You know, and I was like, okay, if you think my work sucks, no problem. There's the unfollow button. There's the unfriend button. There's don't read my shit. And it's not for you. This isn't meant for you. And that's it. Victoria, I'm reading yours. I don't give any more what anyone has to say. I do what I do. I feed my soul. And hello, I mean, the world is like opened up when you finally found your voice. But again, it wasn't from a strategic 7-step plan of finding your authentic voice. That's not how it works. So what I want everybody to focus on is if you're really struggling with your authentic voice and that's something that you need to dig deeper on, we can do a Zoom, like a group Zoom call just with the ladies in this group that are having trouble with that, having trouble with figuring out what their voice is. I mean, there's a lot of questions that, you know, you want to ask yourself, you know, what's your impact? Where are you going? There's a lot of questions we need to ask. There's a lot of inner work that you need to do if you're not sure what your authentic voice is. And if you know what your authentic voice is, like what you're meant to do, let me know what it is. And I'll be 100% supportive behind you starting to, and I'm going to make you accountable for starting to live that authentic voice. You can say you have an authentic voice all day long, but if you're not using it, then it means nothing. You're not making impact. You're not leading. You're not influencing. You're doing nothing with it. And that's your God-given gift, and you're doing nothing with it. Oh my God, yes, so much have changed, as you know. Be real, be raw, tell it all of it. Yes. No judgment. And for the people that judge, I mean, they know where the door is, and that's the end of that. You know, your first impression, people should have a first impression of you. It should blow them away, but not to be about your perfect brand, your perfect color, your perfect words, your perfect makeup, your perfect hair, your perfect clothes. It should be about how you make them feel, and that's it. It should be about how you make them feel when you're speaking to them, when you're inspiring them, when you're coaching them. None of the other shit matters. So that's kind of where I'm at with today's, the 3 questions that you ladies had. Again, if you guys have other questions, totally pop them in there when I pop in the post for other coaching, and let me know what other things that you guys want coaching on, because I can hop on. These are super easy. These ones happen to be all go together. Everybody wanted the authenticity part of it. So it was easy this time. So if anybody else has any questions, let me know. I can answer them now. Megan, mine is to empower the fuck out of women to slay their anxiety. Girl, I already told you. I left you a message. I'm telling you, your clients are there. I'm telling you. Victoria, don't need judgy eyes. How amazing it is to excel once you become your true you. I mean, it's not even hard. That's why being unapologetically you was the question. That isn't even a question. That comes so naturally once you know what your voice is. Once you know exactly what you're meant to do, the impact that you're meant to make, and how that voice comes out and how that is portrayed, It is so easy, and posts flow out of you and lives flow out of you, and answering people and being okay to put yourself out there in groups, and somebody asks a question, you answer, and you answer with love without selling them anything, without saying, oh, book a call with me, or without doing any of that. That's how you're going to also turn into building authentic relationships. It all comes together, all of it. It's so scary though, but my God, once you go there, oh man, yes. Well, once you go there, you can't go back. What happens is you go there, you're there, you feel it. It's like energy. It's like a vibration. And then when you get out of that vibration, I know because I've done it a couple times, when I pull back and I get out of that space, that vibration, that feeling, it feels like crap. It feels like I'm self-sabotaging and I'm letting the things come back in and sneak back in that are trying to take over. That doesn't feel good. Once you go from here to there, once you get to that spot where you are speaking from that place and it just rolls out, it's very, very hard. It feels really crappy when you pull back out of that space. So you just use that and be aware of it and snap yourself back in, and it's a totally different feeling. It's frustrating not to know what your voice is and how to speak that voice yet, but it's a really, really anxious feeling when you're out of that vibration. Become a vibrational match for what you desire. Yes, and what you desire is in here, and it comes out of here. So you can't, we're not law of attractioning things in, we're not manifesting, we're not doing any of that stuff. What you are trying to be a match for all of that, it comes from in here first. We aren't looking out anywhere else. So when I talk to people about that, it's you have all the answers. I'm not coaching you and giving you answers or any of that stuff. It all comes from me listening to you and repeating back to you exactly what you said, and you realizing that it's here and that you said it and you already had it. It's just sometimes somebody needs that, repeating it back to them. Okay, so that's what happened to me. I got pulled back. Yep. Wish I hadn't messed with it. Girl, you're back on track. You don't even go back there. We aren't going backwards. We're going forwards. All right, ladies. If there's no other questions, I'm going to let you all go for the evening. Let me know if there's something else you need. Again, I want all of you ladies, all of you in the webinar. It's going to be the 25th, July 25th, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to try to do it a little later so I can hit the Pacific. It's not too early for the Pacific time. And that is going to be a Zoom group. I want to see everybody's faces. I want to be able to see everybody ask questions and get coached. You ladies that are on here, I'm all about come take your transformation. How do you take your transformation? From every single opportunity you have, from live, from group coaching, from whatever it is. You get yourself there, you focus, and you ask the questions. That is how you take your transformation. So I'll let you know when it'll pop up, and I'll put it in the group so you guys can sign up also. Megan, my job is to help you see your own light and not give you the yes. Yes. That's not what a coach does. I mean, there are lots of coaches that do that. Now, business strategy stuff, which is my other little, I love business strategy. Like, that is my jam. So that is a lot of me giving, ideas and ways I would do things. But that's a lot different than the foundational coaching and the mindset work. That's totally different. Totally different. So that'll be a whole nother thing. But yeah, so I'll let you guys go, and I'll let you know when that is. But between now and then, we'll have some more coaching in here. If there's something else you guys want to chat about, if you want to coach about, if you want a hot seat, here, this is what I'm going to offer. Hot seat coaching. This is going to be, wine party. This is going to be, I have to use my phone so that I can bring you in. If you want a hot seat coaching, I'm going to put in a couple time slots in here that's going to be live. So you have to be willing to be coached live in the group about whatever it is that you have going on. I'll offer that up. I'll put some times in there. If you want to take the time slot, let me know, and we'll hop in and we'll do that. So someone say wine. Well, of course I'm there. Yeah, I think I'll say that in the post too. We're going to do the 10 secrets to landing your first client without selling plus wine. Or tequila. Yeah, you're right. I don't do wine, but it's a Wednesday night, so Tequila, I don't know. All right, ladies. You guys have an awesome rest of your day. I will chat with you later.